Hi, welcome. This is SJ from SJ Laws and More. This is my first live podcast, and I wanted to talk about a few things. There's been a lot going on this past few weeks. I'm not this time going to talk so much about ooh, screens jumping around here. I'm not going to talk a lot about politics or Trump or anything. There's been too many things going on. Uh, with the Cyrus, Carmack, and the Carmelo Anthony thing, there's been way too many things with the Jake Lang, Cyrus Carmelo, the Cyrus and the Carmelo thing. A lot of things have been just going on and on and on. With the Cyrus Carmack, Cyrus, well, Carmack, that young boy was shot and killed. He went into a convenience store and he it wasn't evident that he actually had any money on him. They could not prove that he had any money on him. But he went into a Shell gas station and he went up, he walked around a little bit, and then he walked up to the cooler and got 3 bottles of water, looked at them, and then put them back. Now, the problem here is racism. There is a racism problem all over, not just America, but all over the world. And it's not just black people against white people. There is a fundamental problem about racism with Asians against black people. And I have seen it for myself. I grew I live in a 305. I live in South Florida. And I'm not a racist person. I have Asian friends. And I choose my friends particularly. And I know a lot of Asians who just did not like me and have said those disparaging racist words. When I was in high school, I had a Chinese girlfriend and her father. Oh my goodness, the words he said against me. I had also, when I took martial arts, I had a my one of my friends was Chinese, and his father. I knew his father spoke English, but whenever I went over to his house, his father would only speak Mandarin whenever I was there. And I asked him, "Doesn't your father speak English?" He said, "Yeah, my dad does speak English. I don't know why he doesn't speak English when you're here." So I got him to teach me a little bit of Mandarin, and I learned that his father was saying nasty things about me. So I got him to teach me to say a few things in Mandarin to screw with his dad. to say, basically to say, I know what you're saying, sir. No, and in case you're wondering, no, I do not speak Mandarin anymore. That is, oh my goodness, so long ago. I don't speak it anymore. But uh, when I do know that a a lot of Asians do not like black people. Hell, a lot of Asians do not even like other Asians. Asian people do not like other Asian people. And then especially do not like black people, which is insane considering that what the black people have done for Asians when they were brought here. When the Asian, the Chinese people were brought over here and forced to build the railroads, the Chinese railroads, that was not a new thing. They were forced into slave labor. And believe believe me, the black people knew what the Asian people were going through. And the black people sympathized with that because they had been through it and they knew what the Asians were going through. All that hard, hardship and slave labor building the railroads across all of America. And they knew it. And then during World War II, when the Japanese were put into concentration camps for absolutely no reason, just for being Asian, just for being Japanese, even the Chinese. I'm not Japanese. I'm Chinese. We don't care. You're Asian. And thrown into concentration camps because it was World War II. Black people understood the animosity of that and they sympathized with it. Why? Because we went through that same shit. And Asian people, you don't you don't understand. We have been there for you. We have felt for you. And you don't give a damn. You spit on us. Why? Even other Asian people, younger Asian people, they see and they know. And I actually watched a video that said uh, that you feel what the white people feel, and that you need to vibrate with the white people and just disparage black people. You're not white. You're never going to be white because white people don't like you because you're immigrants. Like black Republicans, you're never going to be white. Indians who want to be Republicans and think that you're going to be white. Indian who want to be Republicans, you're never going to be white. They're never going to accept you. Get over it. You're not white. Light skinned Latinos, you're not white. They're never going to accept you. That vote for Trump down here in South Florida, I tried to tell all those Latinos, all those Hispanics, you're insane because you elect him, he's going to throw you out just like he throws everybody else out. And they didn't believe me. And now that it's happening, they don't understand why. They can't believe it. The same person that wrote the damn song, Vote, Vote the Vote. This man who wrote the damn song, made the video, Vote the Vote, got deported. And his family's like, oh, he got deported. And his family's like, we don't know. This is the same president who went down to Little Havana after he got out of court, right here at the federal courthouse. Went down to Little Havana, said, I'm going to buy everybody, I'm buying everybody lunch, and then had the restaurant make everybody lunch and then ducked out. Didn't pay the bill. He said, buy everybody a meal, buy everybody a meal, it's all on me. And then ducked the hell out. Didn't pay the damn bill because he never pays a bill. He owes hundreds of thousands of dollars to construction workers, plumbers, iron workers, carpenters. Hell, he owes money. He still owes money to entire cities. You think he's ever going to pay that? No. But enough about that dumbass. Okay? Rick Chow. Rick Chow shot that boy in the back because the boy went 3 bottles of water, looked at it, said, oh, wait, no. And then put the bottles of water back in the cooler, walked around and was leaving. He didn't even bring his backpack in. He left his backpack at the door and then went to leave. Rick Chow's wife followed him. I mean, literally followed the boy around the damn store. And then tried to question him when the boy was leaving and said, do you have anything in your pocket? He's like, I don't have anything in my pocket. No, I got nothing in my pockets. No, I don't have anything. I don't have any bottles of water. You got water in your pocket? I don't have any water in my pockets. Look, I don't have any water in my pockets. Turned around, picked up his backpack, which was always sitting at the door, turned around and walked out. And then Mr. Chow, who, by the way, had previous offenses of shootings. This was his third offense. The third time he had been brought up on charges of shooting. Okay? Third time. He had been charged with running out of the store and shooting up a woman's car. Okay? He ran out a few years, was it about a decade before? ran out and shot up a woman's car. And then a couple of years after that, shot a person. And now he shot and killed a boy. Not a man, not a young man, a boy. 14. That's a young boy. That's a teenager. That's a child. And why? Over a couple bottles of water? A bottle of water is what? $1.25? So 3 bottles of water is what? 3.75. So a human life is only worth $3.75 now. That's what a human life is to Rick Chow. $3.75. I'm sorry, but $3.75 doesn't even buy one bullet. But he felt that was necessary to run down and kill a young boy. And this boy turned around and saw this man and his son chasing after him, got terrified, and started running for his damn life. And then they tried to say, oh, he had a weapon. He attacked us. Well, where was the weapon? No weapon found. No water bottles found on him. Did they find a weapon? They asked the inspector. There was no weapon. The inspector said, we never saw a weapon. We never found a weapon. Did he have any money? Well, we don't know if he had any money on him when he was in there, but we that cannot be. It's not conclusive. Was there a weapon? We didn't find a weapon. So Rick Chow killed this boy in cold blood. And then you let him go. Because you said it was self-defense when no murder weapon was found. And now Black people are saying boycott Asian businesses. Well, you know what? Now, I'm not a racist person, but I do believe in unity and standing up for your community. Unity and community. And if the Asian community is going to stand up behind Rick Chow, the Black community needs to stand up for ourselves and stand up behind this young boy who just got murdered. Boycott Asian business. Do not boycott Asian people. No racism, no violence. Absolutely 100% no violence. SJ Laws and More does not stand up for violence. I do not condone violence, but I will say boycott Asian businesses. And this has come from someone who loves his Asian food. I love my Chinese food, but I say not all Asian businesses. This is not all Asian businesses. Chinese businesses because Mr. Chow is Chinese. Boycott Chinese businesses. And I do say other Asi- other Asians, Japanese, Koreans, Vietnamese, I strongly advise you to get out of the way of this. Admonish yourself because you do not want to be a part of this. I know Asians do not like other Asians. I've already said that. You do not want to be a part of what the Black community is about to do. You got to be part with us or just stand aside. But do not get in the way. But Black community, the only way they're going to learn, because not only did they say Black people won't do it, they actually challenged the Black people and said, Black people, they won't do it. They said, we can't do it. That was a challenge that Black people would never take money away from Chinese businesses, Chinese communities. So do it. Show them where our strength lies. Take it. Show them. No more money to China, to the Chinese businesses until Mr. Chow faces justice or knows the difference. As for Carmack Anthony, that was a dreadful situation. There were a lot of differential differential circumstances in what happened there. Uh, that was very difficult with the Carmack Anthony. There are no winners and no losers there. Um, there became some losers there. Uh, the twins, those boys were just the the Metcalf. I'm not sure if it's the Metcalf twins. Those those boys are just bullies. The Metcalf. I hope I'm saying that right. Those boys are just mean ass bullies. And it's been documented that they were just intentionally looking for a fight because it was documented by cheerleaders at their own school that they were just wanting. They used to bully girls at their own school. Now, that young man, Mr. Anthony, he could have chose a better path. He could have done something better, but he did what he did. I mean, he could have just got up and left, but mm, he was like, "It's raining. I'm not going anywhere." And things went to a very bad place. And he got jacked by someone twice his size, and things went south. I mean, this is a track runner that jumped by a much larger football player, a football sized kid. And he did what he had to do to defend himself, and things went sour. And when you listen to what the father said, it's ugly. When you listen to what Mr. Anthony says that the young boy said, and then you listen to what the father said, it's no wonder things went the way that they went. I mean, listen to what Austin Metcalf said. He called Carmack Anthony a watermelon felon. I mean, geez. He called Mr. Anthony a watermelon felon. I mean, geez. I mean, where the hell does that come from? That's just in embedded racism. I mean, if that's coming out of the father, what do you think? What the hell do you think came out of the son? I mean, if you ever watched any of my previous videos, any of my earlier videos, I've always said racism is not born, it's not in your DNA. It is something that is taught. It's not bred in you. It is something that is learned. It is taught. You were taught to be racist. Okay? I was never taught to be a racist person. I was taught to be a righteous person, to be, you know, justified, and to just accept people for who they are and judge people. Not overly judge them, but accept them and to just work with people. I I don't make offhand judgments, but this kid just went off. And I've had people go off on me, and the one thing that really pisses them off is the fact that I don't go off on them. I just stand there and just or sit there and just look at them like that's what really antagonizes them is I just stare at you when you can't get a rise out of me. They think I'm insane. But for this Mr. Metcalf to call this boy a watermelon, now that's just wrong. And if he's saying that, you know his kid is saying that. And you know that the other twin is saying that. And now they're upset that this young boy only got $250,000 bond. They think it should have been more. How wrong are you? And then you have Mr. Jake Lang. Oh, Jake. Oh, from January 6th, he can't stay out of trouble. January 6th rider Jake Lang got paroled out, got into more trouble, and then decided and finally got out again. And then decided he's going to become the next Chud the Builder. Ooh. He wants to become next Chud the Builder. And going around saying, throwing out the N word like they're tokens, like the dollar bills at a strip club. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. All right. I mean, oh. The guy's insane. He's already been. He was already arrested for contempt of court at Chud's first hearing, but that wasn't enough for Jake. He got out, went back on the street, started more trouble, almost got jacked up again, got away, started more trouble, went around, went to a rally for, of all people, of all people, Carmelo Anthony. And started a major problem. This mouth breathing mongoloid, this mutt, is not going to be happy until he starts a race war. That's the only way he's going to have a smile on his face. This need uh, this oh, he started chanting, "Kill, kill Carmelo, kill Carmelo, kill Carmelo." He's holding up a poster and saying he he wanted to hang him from a tree. This kid should be hung from a tree. And that if the kid gets out, he would kill him himself. You know what that's called? A premeditated terroristic threat. Remember, paralegal, criminal investigator. Okay? Legal experience. I have degrees. That's a he just cited a premeditated domestic terroristic threat, which is prosecutable by law. And as soon as he said that, and he's not only did he said it in front of the Anthony family. And then he took off. When he realized what he said and who he said it in front of, he tried to flee Texas. But they already pressed charges. So they went to the airport and snatched him off the plane. And he was like, I don't know. What are you doing? Are you doing this? I don't know. What are you doing? I was joking. It was a joke. I didn't mean it. It's not a joke. When you say you're going, when you say something like that, I intend to kill someone. When you spent the last 20 minutes saying the N word, 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 and white supremacist tropes, and then this kid should be hung from a tree, and then start saying, if he ever gets out of jail, I'm going to kill him myself. That's not a joke. That's a terroristic threat, and that has to be taken seriously. And you're going to jail. Not to mention your previous history of insurrection and terrorism. And he is currently in jail. And he's not doing too well. Because his ideals of white supremacy, where if he's on the street, if he can say all of that and have 5 and 6 and 10 white police officers behind him with guns to protect him so he can never get attacked, in jail, those sheriffs, those cops aren't there. So he's getting chalked up. Those correction officers are correcting him. He's getting to see what the real world is like. And Now he's saying, oh, the correction officers are doing me bad. No. I'm constantly in solitary confinement. Well, you know what? You don't have to be in solitary confinement. You can make a choice to go to general population. You can make the choice to go to general population if you want. You don't have to stay in solitary confinement. You're in solitary confinement just alone with the guards. You can make the choice to go to GP, but you know what's going to happen if you go to general population. You can get surrounded with dozens upon dozens of black gang members who really aren't going to like you. That's why Chud has decided he's staying in GP. I mean, he's staying in solitary because he knows what's going to happen to him if he goes into general population. So, mm-mm. But thank you for watching. So, and now Jake is being moved to, because he's whined and cried so much. They say he's being moved to an undisclosed location because he says that the guards are being mean to him. So he's apparently saying he's being put somewhere else. I seriously doubt that he's being moved anywhere else. Don't really know what's going on. If he's moved to another facility, I seriously doubt it's going to be any better for him. He's not a well liked guy. So who knows what's going to happen? But we'll see. Oh, and by the way, yes, he did get a bond. And but cry for me, Argentina. His bond turned out to be pretty much the same as Chud's, $1 million, because uh, they're starting to set a trend for people like them and say, you keep doing this kind of thing, you're not going to get out. You people that do these things, we're not letting you get out of prison. It's a $1 million bond. So you don't want to go to prison. So just stop it. But thank you for watching my first podcast. Any of you who actually watched it.